Okay, before we walk away from this two-tailed test, let's just make sure everybody gets what happened. I screwed up slightly in the last video. You've got to make sure that to get your p-value, you multiply by 2. In this particular problem, it actually didn't affect our answer. We still reject, or did not reject, but it's because our p-value is actually twice as big as I had it. It's 1388. Because norm dist only finds one tail, so you have to multiply it by 2 to find the 2 tails. And of course, StatCrunch just knows that and automatically figures it out, because StatCrunch is awesome. So to write out step 6 somewhere, this is step 5 over here. Boom, step 5. And then to write out step 6, we would say there is not enough evidence to support the claim that the proportion of adult Americans who abstain from alcohol has changed significantly. Let's put it that way, which is what the question's asking about. And of course, because we want easy grading, you can always, highlight your steps or, put big yellow boxes on them to make it obvious what you're doing and why and that kind of thing. All right. Okay, done with that one. Now we're going to move on to 11.3, number 19, I believe. Yep. Okay, so let me grab number 19. It's on the same page. Here it is. Harris Poll, we've got these tattoos and all this jazz. So what I'm going to do, it's actually asking us to do a slightly different problem, but I could still use this top bit right here. Copy. And I can go over here and paste. And then I can change the numbers to what they are for this particular problem. $143 for the women, 1097. Okay, so just FYI, this was the males for these two numbers, and this is females down here. And then automatically I've got my P1 hat, my P2 hat, my P hat, everything's great. All right, now they're asking us to construct a 95% confidence interval. So let's write out alpha, which is 0.05, and then we need Z alpha over 2. So that'd be norm dot inverse. Then you take alpha, cut it in half because you need alpha over 2, 0, 1. It's also the same as the other one, norm inverse alpha divided by 2, 0, 1. Oops, so don't forget to close your parentheses. There we go. Okay, so either way, you've got your alpha over 2's and your alpha. Now, why did I do that? Well, let me go grab the formula. There it is. And you can see it's going to take us a little bit of work. I've got the Z alpha over 2's. I need P1 hat minus P2 hat, which is equal to 0.15 minus 0.13. And then I need the big square root. I'm just going to label it that because it's kind of involved. Okay, so it's equal to square root, parentheses. Okay, I need P1 hat times, parentheses, 1 minus P1 hat. Close parentheses, divide that by N1, which was 1205, plus, then I do it again, P2 hat times, parentheses, 1 minus P2 hat, close parentheses, divided by N2, close parentheses. There's the big square root. So you need your lower bound and you need your upper bound. So it's going to be equal to that difference, P1 hat minus P2 hat, plus that negative Z alpha times the big square root. And then it's going to be the same thing, but this time minus that Z alpha times the big square root. It's kind of weird because I have to opposite the minus and the plus, and the reason is because my Z alpha over 2 is negative. So when I want the negative one, I just write plus, but when I want the positive one, I do minus. I mean, the other option is to turn that Z alpha over to positive, and then you won't have to fuss with that so much. Okay. All right, there's our answer. Notice Z is in there. 0 is in there. Let's think about that for the next time.